Okay, so this is chapter 2.4, part 2. Now we're going to talk about equilibrium. So equilibrium is when the reactants and the products form at the same rate. Now this is the most important thing, the same rate. So equilibrium is the process of these things it becoming balanced. So if you think of like a scale, it's trying to become into a balanced state. So that's equilibrium. And when something reaches equilibrium, it means it reaches a state where these both things happen at an equal rate in both directions. So it means the rate of reactants becoming the products and the rate of the products becoming the reactants are the same. However, the thing is, for reactants, the concentration of the reactants stay the same as the reactants, and the concentration for the products stay the same for the products. However, for products and the reactants, the concentration of those two are different. But reactants stay the same as reactants, and products are the same as products. And also the rate is the same. If you look at this graph here, it goes like this, and then here it reaches equilibrium. These parallel lines, if you look at here, the reactants, the concentration of the reactants is much less than the concentration of the products. However, it's at equilibrium because these two are going at the same rates. The slope is exactly the same. Think about math. If these slopes are same, if they are parallel lines, it means that the rates are the same, which means that they're in equilibrium. The concentration does not matter. The amount does not matter. It's just talking about the speed at which the reactants become the products and the products become the reactants. Do not think about the amount. So, for example here, we have carbon dioxide and water. So, carbon dioxide is originally a gas form, but if the body has too much of carbon dioxide, has too much gas, then the reactants, the carbon dioxide and water combines together in order to make carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is just the liquid form of CO2. So since the body had too much gas, it caused this chemical reaction in order to balance it out, balance the amount of gas and balance and make it into the liquid form. And so it becomes equilibrium and it reaches a stable state. So the point of equilibrium is to make everything stable, to make it balanced. So next is activation energy. Now activation energy is like a minimum amount of energy that is needed in order for the chemical reaction to actually happen. So we need to fulfill this amount of energy in order for the chemical reaction to start. And that is what activation energy is. It is symbolized as EA. So just think about it as the opposite. And so it's the input of at least a small amount of energy in order for bonds to break in the reactant. So by breaking the bonds, it causes the chemical reaction to happen.